Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am Game Master Bloodworth, and as you can see by the graphics, today's video I am going to show off some of the Slumbering City. This is an adventure written by Thom Wilson. I had showcased Thom Wilson on my channel a couple of weeks ago when this Kickstarter first launched, and now the PDF has been distributed and just waiting for the physical copy to come out. But I did take the opportunity to print out everything that came along with this, with the Kickstarter, and really anxious for getting the actual physical copy of the adventure. Now, as far as adventures go, on my channel, I don't show off the adventure in any great detail because, obviously this is something that I'm hoping that others will pick up and run themselves, and so I don't want there to be any spoilers, but I will show off a few things about the adventure itself and what really stood out to me as being of high value, let's say. So first off, as I said, I printed out I printed out the adventure itself, and put the cover on a nice hard 25-pound paper. No, I'm sorry, this is not 25-pound. This is probably like 40 or 60-pound paper, and then the rest is on 25-pound. And I will go over the PDF and show off some of that. But you can see when you print this out yourself, this is the size of everything that comes out. So very easy to read, and it is close to 40 pages long, or possibly even a little bit over that. But you could see some of the art and the maps, which I'm going to show you very briefly in the PDF as well as I scroll through it. But really impressive looking stuff. I wanted to show off, and I'm going to switch camera views here so I can show it to you. So I do want to show off a few things that that comes along with it. And let me just pull this all out here. So it comes with some pre-gens, and I put the pre-gens on that same very heavy weight paper here. That way, when I hand it out and get it back again, hopefully it'll last a little bit longer. But there are 6 pre-generated characters, and this first one is a human Sumerian barbarian, level 4, and they're written for ShadowDark. So that's the other thing, is that these will work extremely well with any OSR game, but particularly with ShadowDark. That's what they're written for, and really cool to see ShadowDark getting that kind of exposure as well, or vice versa. I mean, it's great to see Thom's work being written for ShadowDark, and then on top of that, Thom has taken my other great love of Robert E. Howard and Conan and brought it to ShadowDark, so it's even more of an exciting thing. So exciting, in fact, that I do plan on running this adventure at Rising Phoenix in April, and so that's why I printed everything out now. So the physical copy is due to come out in March, but just in case, I wanted it already here in hand so that I can run it in April. So here is another, this is a fighter class. All right, so here is a fighter, a human fighter. All of the characters are human because it is set in Hyboria. And the age of Hyboria, you're not going to have anything but humans. So here is a priest, a female character, in case that you either prefer to play female characters, or if you have women at your table who prefer to play female characters as well. Here is a wizard, And these are all 4th level. So, well, actually, I should correct that. Here is a 3rd level. This is a 3rd level pirate. Sorry, a 3rd level fighter, but with a pirate background. And some of them have their backgrounds written in there, and so it's going to change up the character class a little bit. Here is a thief with the title of Crusader, so that's an interesting combination. And I haven't really read into the backgrounds of any of these characters just as yet. The other thing that came with the Kickstarter that was really cool is that Thom had a whole bunch of these previous releases of adventures, like 1-page basically adventures, and these have all been converted to ShadowDark as well, and there are 9 of these. So we have the One So Beautiful, and you can see, pretty cool map with that and all. Clearly spiders are the key, to this. We have Behind the Red Door, and so here you have another little mini adventure, 1-page adventure. Then we have Tower of the Last Defenders, and so you're going to have some skeletons. We have Canyon of Fractured Ice, and so here looks like some kind of a dragon. Swirling Sand of Sin, and I have The Thing with 1,000 Heads. This looks pretty cool. One of those tower adventures. The Isle of the Ancients. You have a pretty large map area. And then finally, The Last Son of Atlantis. Or maybe not finally, there might be one more other than this. So The Last Son of Atlantis. And finally, The Treasure Bowl of Set. And so some really nice maps and everything that are included in there. And the art is I would say the art is exceptional. That's where I stand on it. I think the art is really, really good. So let's take a look at the PDF. And I'm going to switch views here, and I will expand this for you. So writing, design, layout by Thom Wilson, editing by Joshua Newey. The original art, so Louise Pardo, Jared Binder, Jeff Madding, Joey Dossel, and Mark Lyons. The cartography is Monkey Blood Designs. I think that's a like one of those graphic programs. I looked at their channel, not their channel, their website, and I couldn't really tell if you're buying a license to then create these kinds of maps or not. A series of playtesters. I see that he had playtesters from Philadelphia Area Game Expo, and I saw, I spoke with Thom there, and I wish I had the opportunity to actually play in one of his games. And then legal. So this is just the statement. It's written third-party license for ShadowDark, and so you can see fairly easy agreement that you need to come up with to write for ShadowDark, which is a big plus for the Arcane Library, I think, because it will encourage so many people to want to write for ShadowDark. I recognize this font right away. This font is known as Crom. All right, and so you can find this for free online as well. So if you do want to write things along this kind of theme, you'll have the opportunity to do so. Um, so there's an overview, and this is the overview of the adventure and background. There are various factions to be dealt with in this. There is a series of rumors. Like I said, I'm going to flash through this because um, I don't want to take away or ruin, spoil anything. So we have random encounters for various areas, um, treasure, possibilities of treasure here, more encounters. Here is the map. I am going to zoom in on this. I really love just the look of these maps. I mean, this is really, really, it really stands out. I just love it. Um, I love that finer details of it, and yet it's still very simple, easy to read, really stands out. Let's take a look at some of the art that's in here. So here is art. This one is by Joey Dossel. Um, love the art style. I mean, it just fits the feel of what the adventure is for. It fits the setting, if you will. So I really like that. Stat blocks are very, very simple in ShadowDark. So very simple to see. We'll see like a Stygian Magician, AC 11, hit points 21. Their attack is a 1. Dagger +1, does D4 damage. Their movement is near. Their strength modifier, dex modifier, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. The AL is, their alignment is neutral. That's interesting. The level is 5, and then their list of spells. Very, very simple stat block to understand. Some more art. This one by Jeff Madding. But, here's another one from Joey Dossel. I love this picture. This picture is awesome. And you can really zoom in on this here, and you can see the detail that is in here. And this is all original art. I mean, this is awesome too. I mean, just look at the detail that is in this. Just incredible. Another one of those maps, really, really good. That's really the first thing that jumped out to me is how awesome the maps are in this. Another great piece of artwork here. I'm not quite sure who did this one. So this one's by Jared Binder. And again, even though it's from different artists, they all seem to still be very connected. Um, Nothing dramatically different than the others that makes it look like it's out of place. I mean, just look at this. This is so dynamic. You can just see like this is moving, when you're looking at it. So just incredible stuff. I mean, I love the 3D imagery that he does by going outside of the lines and everything. Phenomenal. Another one, just this one here. Not sure who did this one. Not seeing the signature anywhere, and it doesn't say it anywhere. But again, look at the detail that is in this here. I mean, you can see the little cobra head on what she's holding in her hand. If those are gemstones, that's a heck of a lot of gemstones in there. Actually, I had one missing tooth, one on the bottom as well. I mean, just the detail, incredible. Small map, kind of. I mean, check this thing out. I mean, look at this stuff. Something tearing out of his gut. Another one up over here. This guy's been dead for a while. I I think. Looks like there's an egg pod on his lap, and it's about to spring out as well. So this one's by Mark. I can't read the last name. I'll have to look it up. But again, a skull with one of its little tentacles or tendrils coming in through the eye socket there. I mean, just the detail in these pictures is amazing. Again, I don't want to. So here's the new barbarian class for ShadowDark, and these are some of the things that are put in there. Um, I had a talk with Thom beforehand, and he kind of asked about the character class, and just thought, is there anything that I might consider changing? And I did recommend, I believe, this. So I think this was an actual thing that I recommended, was that thinking of Conan always had an advantage in climbing and sneaking and hiding, that kind of thing. So this was my very small contribution to this. Um, I had come up with some names that might have gone in there, and I think he went with his own, which is fine. Um, for the most part. But you know, here I think this was something I was like, because it was a duplication of one of these, that you could make it go like Barbarian Luck, I think, was going to be down here as well. And I was like, I think that um, something enhancing climbing and sneaking and hiding was something that Conan was just so good at, that it made sense to put that in there as something that could be added to. Now, it doesn't have the back cover on here, or the front cover in the PDF. Those are separate from this, so that's one. Um, that was one way of just presenting it out there. But I think it's very important to point out, and this goes back to the art again, that he has a logo on here on the back of the red logo, which actually you can see on my screen here. That says no AI art, writing or art used in this product. And I think that that's something that we're going to see more of on on these smaller products and stuff like that, is people just coming out and basically saying, nope, this is, we're using artists, we're using we're using our own writing ability and such, which I think is a little bit more important than just the art. But it's good to see that they're standing out and saying, no, we're not using AI art as well. Now, if you choose to use AI art, you're a small publisher and everything. I get it. I understand that. But if you're able to, and you have a nice cadre of people that you've been working with, and they're producing the art, where you can put out this stuff very quickly and as economically as this was. I believe it'll be on Kickstarter for like $20 for the PDF, and it's 40 pages. So, and there's a lot of art in here and a lot of maps and everything like that. So, it's certainly well worth the cost, and it's understandable for it being at that price point. I don't know how much the physical copy is going to be on drive-through, but I'm sure it probably won't be very much higher than that. So I know probably bundled too, where you can get both, the physical and the PDF in one bundle as well. But I am really looking forward to running this at Rising Phoenix Con. Originally, I was going to write my own adventure for the ShadowDark, and I kind of have that adventure kind of ready to go anyway. But I'm going to reach out to the organizers once they make the slot available for people to start signing up for games, which I believe will be like March 4th or something like that. And at that point, I'm going to reach out to the organizers and say, listen, I'm just going to change up the adventure that I'm going to be running using ShadowDark, and and then I'll inform all the people signing up for it. I was like, no, I'm going to run this instead, and I'm sure that there won't be any problem with that as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and Thom, I welcome you to come in and point out a few things. If anything, really enjoyed reading through this adventure and seeing, all of the things that came along with the, Kickstarter fulfillment. So, and I know it hit those benchmarks and, the milestones and stretch goals in the Kickstarter. So if you missed out on that Kickstarter, unfortunately those other, extras might not come to you, but I would look forward to a future Kickstarter from Thom Wilson and see what else he's doing, because if this is going to be, the level of product that he's going to be producing out there, then I will certainly back, everything that he's putting out there, because this stuff is really good. So hope you enjoyed this. You all have a great, return to your week. For many of us, today was also a day off. So I look forward to seeing you on a gaming screen or at a convention sometime soon. If you are going to risingphoenix.com and you want to sit in on this game with me, then I will be, the game will be out there. It definitely ShadowDark, might have a different name to it, so I'm looking to change, like I said, and and I'll see, hopefully we can get that modified so I can run it under the Slumbering City. But if you just look for either DM Bloodworth or I don't know how it's registered. They just recently changed tabletop events where you can change the name that it appears as running the game as well. So either look for DM Bloodworth or look for ShadowDark, because I'm, at least one of the people running the games over there, and you'll see it. You'll be able to sign up for the game session. So you'll have a great day. Take care.